We experience time as a river, a relentless current that carries us from a fixed past through a fleeting present and into an unknown future. This feeling is one of the most fundamental aspects of our existence. We make choices, we feel regret for what has been, and anxiety for what is to come. But what if this entire experience, this powerful sensation of the flow of time, is just an illusion created by the limitations of our consciousness? What if Einstein was right in a way that is far more profound and disturbing than most people realize? One of the most mind-bending theories in physics, a direct consequence of his theory of relativity, suggests that the past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. They are all equally real. All of time exists forever, and we are just moving through it. Your birth, this moment right now, and the moment of your death are all just different points in a static, four-dimensional landscape. Your future is already written. It is already there. You just have not arrived at it yet. This concept is known as the block universe theory or eternalism. It imagines space-time as a single, four-dimensional block. If you could see this block from the outside, you would see the entire history and future of the universe laid out at once. You would see the Big Bang at one end and the ultimate fate of the cosmos at the other. You would see the entire timeline of Earth, from its fiery formation to its eventual demise. And on that timeline, you would see your own life, not as a story that unfolds, but as a complete object, a finished world line. Every moment you have ever lived and every moment you ever will live is a permanent fixture in this block, as real and unchangeable as the city you were born in. The feeling that the present is special, that it is the only moment that is truly real, is just a subjective illusion. The past is not gone. The future is not unwritten. They are just different locations in space-time, as real as the room you are in right now. This idea stems directly from Einstein's theory of relativity. Einstein showed that time is not absolute. The rate at which time passes is relative to your motion. If you were to travel in a spaceship at near the speed of light, time for you would slow down relative to someone on Earth. This leads to a startling conclusion. Imagine there is an alien civilization on a distant galaxy moving at a high velocity relative to us. Because of the relativity of simultaneity, what we consider the present moment on Earth could, for that alien civilization, be in their past. And for another alien civilization moving in the opposite direction, our present moment could be in their future. If different observers can have different slices of space-time that they consider the present, it means there is no single universal now. And if there is no universal present, then the only logical conclusion is that all moments, past, present, and future, are equally real. They must all coexist. This shatters our deeply held beliefs about free will and causality. If the future is already there, a fixed landscape that we are simply traveling towards, what does that mean for our choices? When you decide what to have for breakfast, or who to marry, or what career to pursue, are you actually making a choice? Or are you simply playing out a pre-written script, discovering a path that was already laid out in the geometry of space-time? The block universe suggests the latter. Your choices are just the unfolding of your world line, the path you were always going to take. The sensation of choosing is the experience of your consciousness passing through that particular point in space-time. You did not choose the path. The path is simply what your life is. This is not to say that your actions do not cause future events. They do. The cause and the effect are both embedded in the block. One point on your world line leads to the next. But the entire chain of cause and effect already exists from beginning to end. Our perception of reality is constantly being challenged by the revelations of modern science. The fabric of time and space, the nature of our own consciousness, these are the greatest mysteries. If you want to continue having your mind expanded and your reality questioned, subscribe to CosmoQuest 8 SETI and enable notifications. What you believe to be real might change with our next video, as we explore the deepest and most unsettling truths of the cosmos. Imagine a movie on a reel of film. Every frame of the movie, the beginning, The middle and the end exist simultaneously on that reel. But when you play the movie, you experience it one frame at a time, creating the illusion of a story unfolding in time. Our consciousness, according to this theory, is like the projector's light, illuminating one frame of space-time at a time, giving us the powerful but false sensation of a flowing present. We are the travelers, and the block universe is the landscape. We are reading a book for the first time. We feel the suspense and the surprise of the plot twists, but the entire story, including the last page, is already written and bound in the book. This is a profound and perhaps deeply unsettling way to view our existence. It strips away the uncertainty of the future, but it also strips away our sense of agency. We are not authors of our story. We are merely the readers. This has staggering implications for our understanding of life and death. If all of time is equally real, then the past is not a graveyard of lost moments. The loved ones you have lost are not gone. They are still existing in their part of the space-time block. The moments you shared with them are permanent features of reality. In the same way, your childhood is not something that has vanished. It is just a different location in space-time that your consciousness is no longer at. And what about death? Death in the block universe is not an annihilation. It is simply the end of your world line, the last point on your timeline within the block. The person you are ceases to exist beyond that coordinate, but the person you were throughout your entire life remains a permanent part of the four-dimensional structure. You do not cease to be. Your existence simply has a finite length in the time dimension, just as your body has a finite length in the spatial dimensions. Physicists are still deeply divided on this issue. While the block universe is a logical consequence of relativity, it clashes violently with our other great theory of physics, quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics suggests that the future is fundamentally probabilistic and uncertain until it is observed. A particle does not have a definite position until you measure it. This inherent randomness seems to contradict the idea of a fixed, predetermined future. Reconciling these two views, the static deterministic universe of Einstein and the probabilistic dynamic universe of quantum mechanics, is the central challenge of modern physics. The truth of whether the future is written or unwritten lies somewhere in this deep conflict. Finding the answer would lead us to a theory of everything, a complete understanding of the fabric of reality itself. Until then, we are left with this profound existential uncertainty. We live our lives as if our choices matter, as if the future is an open road. And perhaps it is. Perhaps our consciousness does play a role in collapsing the quantum probabilities into a single, definite reality. But we cannot ignore the possibility that this is all an illusion. The feeling of moving through time might be the most powerful trick our minds have ever played on us. The block universe offers a vision of reality that is grand, majestic, and terrifying. It is a universe where everything that has ever happened and ever will happen is frozen in a timeless four-dimensional crystal. We are just intricate patterns within that crystal. Our lives a brief but permanent streak of light, already complete from the moment of our first breath to our last. Einstein was right about so many things, and if he was right about this, then the story of your life is already finished. You are just arriving at the good parts.